Hey, what is up? In today's Daily Bible Breakdown, we're in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 24 through 26. And in Ezekiel 24, God asked the prophet Ezekiel to do something really, really hard. It looks like it's not loving at all. Yet what if it is? Would that challenge how we view the hard things in our lives? Could it be? Stick around to find out. Hey, what is up? Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Garvey with the Bible Strength Project here with another episode of our Daily Bible Breakdown. We're doing two things. One, lifting up biblical truth to help you get stronger mentally, physically, most importantly, spiritually. Two, reading through the entire Bible in just 1 year. You can see where I'm hanging out. I'm in the Barn of Knowledge.
Barn of Knowledge.
Newcomers, Barn of Knowledge is the barn in the back of my house. Hey, pretty interesting read for us today. We're in the book of Ezekiel 24 through 26. God asked Ezekiel to do this horrible thing, chapter 24. He says this, chapter 24, verse 15. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, with one blow I am going to take away from you the delight of your eyes. Yet do not lament or weep or shed any tears, groan quietly, do not mourn for the dead. So God says to Ezekiel, hey, for being my boy, being my prophet, doing all these hard things, I'm going to kill your wife. And you're not allowed to cry about it. What? Now, you can read that and be like, the God of love would never do that. And so we must be misreading it. It must be a misprint or something like that. We can question the Bible, right? We do that all the time, right? That can't be right. If God is loving, that can't be right. Yet, what I want us to do is I want us to hold the Bible as truth and question our thoughts. If the Bible is true, right, how can that be? If I understand God to be loving, how could that possibly be true? Here's what happens, right, when we can see God's love in the hard things in the Bible. Something unspeakable like him killing the prophet's wife for really just an object lesson. When we can imagine God's love might be in there somewhere, God's grace, God's mercy, compassion, then listen to me, it's easier to see God's grace, mercy, love, compassion in the hard things in our life. Do you understand? By holding this up as truth and stretching our minds, then when it comes to our own situations, it's easier to see God's love in our lives. And then when we see that, we start to see blessings. We see where God might be working, where God might be stretching, where God might be strengthening, where God might be protecting, where God might be extending grace. And God shows up more, all because we're willing to accept this as truth and stretch our minds to understand that. That makes sense? I hope so. Covered it pretty quick today. And now for
today's power verse.
1 John 3:18. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Do me a favor. Get out your daily Bible reading tracker. Give yourself a check mark. Give yourself credit for doing the work today. It's not easy reading your Bible every single day, but we're getting it done. Bob Garvey with the Daily Bible Breakdown. We'll see you tomorrow.